What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on? Oh, y'all heard them vocals? Girl, y'all, my voice is coming back, girl. My voice is back, my body back. Because let me tell y'all something, this past weekend was, well, I ain't going to say this weekend was terrible. Sunday was terrible, bitch. Ooh, girl. The See, this is what happened when you want to be a good employee and you be thinking about others at your job. You know what I'm saying? Because I would really hate if I would have came to work and then come to find out one of my coworkers called off knowing damn well we need 3 people to open up the job and it's only 2 of us and it's gonna take forever to get a replacement person to come in so that we can open, and then that means that I wasted my time coming here and so I gotta waste money or waste gas to go back home. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasted gas coming. So I don't be liking to put my coworkers in those type of positions, because if I didn't give a fuck about them, baby, I damn sure would have said fuck y'all. Because my legs hurt so bad Sunday. So bad. Okay. But I was able to rest yesterday and them hoes was good today. I ain't even realize that I was walking like a motherfucker. I said, all right, bitch, you got your sea legs back. You got your sea legs back. Anyway, moving on from that, actually feeling good. It is kind of late though. It's almost 12 o'clock at night, but who cares? I just really wanted to get this off my chest. Okay. Let's talk about Real House. Oh, girl, what? Okay. Let's talk about Real Housewives right quick. This just a little extra, this just a little stuff, because I was just doing a lot of thinking. After this past episode, I know that everybody has had some issues. Everybody has had some thoughts. Everybody has had some feelings, okay? About the direction as to where Real Housewives of Atlanta is going. Okay. And it's understandable. It's understandable. Now, my whole thing is this. What I don't like is for people to say, oh, the season is whack, the season is this, boo, 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 just because it's not a lot of drama just yet. We're only episode 4 in now. So when I said the stuff that I said about Carlos King coming off saying, you know, I want to hear about, I want to hear about this and I want to hear about that. Well, can we get to it? You're not going to hear about all of that in the first couple of episodes, okay? You know, so like give us some time to build up to that. Let us get to that or whatever, because we are in this particular mode. A lot of people are where they want stuff right away. They want it instantly, or else if they don't get it right at that drop of the dime, 2 seconds in, they going to deem it boring. They going to deem it like, oh, this season is fucked up and all this stuff and woo woo. But at the same time, we do have to be real with ourselves that something in the formula with the Real Housewives franchise of Atlanta is not working anymore, okay? And I don't know what we can do about it. No, don't bring other people back. I'm not here for that, and it just doesn't make sense, okay? It doesn't make sense because we brought Sheree back. And Sheree, to be honest, outside of the little storyline about her being left by the fucking convent and the She by Sheree flop, that was an old ass storyline that we were so tired of, and I felt like she probably felt that she was pressured into making that her storyline because she really didn't have a real storyline when she came back to the show. Baby, we don't, it's a flop for me. And then this whole Martell situation, it's definitely a flop because we don't care and we know how toxic of a person that he is. And we know Sheree don't give a damn. Look at all the people that she dates, right? That's fine. But all right, since you want to say that's whatever. That's not really giving, if you want to say, you know. But what I have an issue with, I don't have a problem with people trying to develop or these reality shows trying to develop storylines and trying to get the story in place. What I have a problem with is when you have people on there intentionally manufacturing storylines that are not true just for the sake of trying to start drama, trying to get attention, trying to put their foot in the place where they're trying to go. I don't know what it is. And the main person that is doing this is Marlo. Marlo has been on this show for plenty of years, on and off. You know exactly how this show works. You know how the fans work. And I just don't understand what is going on with her at this moment. For me, I have no problem with anybody that's on the show besides Marlo. Sheree can be shady. Sheree can be dumb. Sheree can be having fake issues with people, but she don't go to the extreme to where Marlo is doing. You know what I'm saying? Sheree literally said she got an issue with Candy because Candy, Candy did the spoof. I said, girl, she literally just lip synced to what you said at the reunion and dressed up like you. And you're upset about that. Baby, I would have kikied so hard. I would have been like, girl, now why would you do that? That would have been something that we could have kikied over, okay? That, I feel like that was harmless. And it just doesn't make sense. But then the fact that she's all up Marlo's ass, it just seems like y'all trying to concoct stuff and y'all coming together to go at this one person. And it's like, for what? Because so far, last season, this season, I don't see what Candy has done, okay, that warrants all of this targetedness that's happening. Like, she's a target, okay? And I just don't get it. Now, I was here for Sheree in the Drew situation. That, a mess, okay? I was here for it. That happened just the way that it happened, all right? The Drew and Sonya situation, kill it, okay? Cut the shit because we don't care. It's not even interesting to us. That I will give y'all that. That girl, bitch, we don't care. Y'all be friends again. We don't give a shit, okay? Moving on, but when we get to Marlo and her beef with Candy, I just don't understand where it's stemming from. I don't understand where it's stemming from. And after this past Sunday's episode, and after looking at Candy speak on it, you realize that Marlo is really damaging in this franchise right about now. This particular city of this franchise, okay? And I just don't understand how is it that production allows this to continue to go on. And it just make it, production, I just hope you know that it makes y'all look like y'all have it out for certain members of the show. You know what I'm saying? And that you have your favorites or whatever. And you try to protect certain people and you put other people on the line. And that's exactly what it looks like. Like, y'all don't vet these storylines or whatever because you can't tell me that they don't go through a process or whatever because, bitch, you could tell when a storyline is fake as shit on most of these reality shows these days, okay? And come to find out, Marlo, you didn't think this through. Whatever issue that you got with Candy, let it happen organically, okay? That's my whole thing. I just want an organic reality show, period, where people are going to put their issues on display. And if they have an issue with another cast member, it's valid, okay? It's understandable. It's not false. It's not dragged out. It's not made up for attention. It's not made up just so I can stay on the show. Because Marlo, that is what it's giving to you. Marlo, I was one of the ones that actually wanted you to have a peach. Because I did find you entertaining. You and Nene was a combination that I liked. You at one point was cool with Kenya. But all of a sudden, when y'all stopped being cool, I felt like Marlo want to be part of the cool kids. And Marlo gives me, she was never picked. Marlo gives me, she was never looked at as she was worth something. And now that, she went through her trials and trauma and tribulations that she went through as a kid and as a teenager and as a young adult, and she somehow got her money up, got to the point where she has all these fashions and she can afford this and afford that or whatever, and portray herself to be something other than what she grew up as. She feels now that, she is somewhat part of the cool kids, but now that she has this peach and now that she's on this show, she's once again having to try to fit in with people who see through her because she's doing too much and she's trying to fit in and she's trying too hard to make herself relevant and make herself somewhat likable to these people, but yet you try to go against them when they don't want to let you in organically. So you try to push your way in. And now you're pushing your way in the most negative way. You're trying to be seen. And it's just not working, boo-boo, because everybody is seeing it. And you messed yourself up on this storyline that you having right about now with this whole situation with Nephew and Candy. Candy debunked the whole thing. I watched Speak on it right after I got through doing my review. Actually, yeah, it was after I did my review because somebody had put it in the comments and said that Marlo is going off on Candy and telling Drew, my nephew just died. My nephew just died. As if this literally happened a year ago. Because I believe she did say when she first brought up her nephew, she said she just lost him a year ago. In the episode prior to this. Last week's episode. Not this past episode, but the week before. She said her nephew died a year ago. Come to find out, the nephew died in 2020. And the way that she's trying to connect it to Candy and be mad at Candy because you texted her, hey, Candy Yams, as if everything was all good, and asked her, did she know an employee or did she know somebody named so-and-so and so-and-so, her nephew's name. And then Candy looked him up and said, yeah, he used to work at Old Lady Gang. Well, he died. He got shot by his roommate, okay? His roommate shot him twice. All right. She said, damn, I'm sorry to hear that. What else did you want her to do? You said she didn't say sorry, but she did. And fuck all of that. That's not what I care about. What I care about is the fact that you coming onto this show and you making up a whole storyline about being pissed off at Candy and trying to understand, as you said, why do all these shootings and stuff happen at Old Lady Gang, at her restaurants or whatever. Mind you, the shooting actually happened, that recent shooting that she's talking about, the only one that we happened, because I misspoke in my other video. I said it was at one of the Old Lady Gang's location. It was actually at Blaze, okay? It was actually at Blaze. Mind you, the nephew worked at an Old Lady Gang restaurant, and he didn't work there for a long period of time. So by the time this whole situation happened, the nephew wasn't even working at Old Lady Gang. He was a former employee. And then, you know, she made it seem as if the roommate that he was roommating with also was a former employee or an employee at Old Lady Gang, and he had never worked there before at all. Okay? And see, it's like, if you're gonna make up something that cannot be refuted. Okay? Make up something that cannot be fact-checked. People literally pull the information, her nephew name, what happened, what day it happened, and all of that. And then when you text the lady about your nephew being dead, the next day you talking about doing some cameos on the app or whatever, putting up these videos and stuff. Like, girl, you were not upset about it. And to me, if you want to be 100% honest, you really, I'm not going to say you didn't care, because that is your sister's oldest son, one of your sister's oldest son. But baby, if we going just by the text message and the actions following it, you weren't acting like you were so hurt and distraught and that you gave that much of a damn to the point that you should be upset at Candy for not giving as much of a damn. Because truth be told, I feel like you care just as much as she did. Like, oh, that it happened. Oh well, that's what the messages came off as. And again, this shit happened 3 years ago. And no shade, I don't mean to be disrespectful by saying this shit, but this issue happened 3 years ago. Almost 3 years in August, okay? So this is over 2 years that this has happened, and you coming on this show using it as a storyline as if this is current, as if this has any ties to what happened recently at Blaze Restaurant that happened last year. Was it last year? At the end of last year? No, it happened on Valentine's Day. Was it Valentine's Day 2020 or Valentine's Day? No, Valentine's Day 2022 or 23. Bitch, either fucking way, it was on a Valentine's Day and it was recent, okay? So I'm going to assume that it was, I don't give a fuck. Either way, it wasn't in 2020. It wasn't at Old Lady Gang. It was at Blaze. It had nothing to do with you. And I understand, you know, people trying to say the whole, you know, allow people, you know, you can't tell people how to grieve or anything, and you can't tell them how long to grieve, and you can't tell them that this is, you don't know what might trigger a person. This is not triggering her. This is not triggering her at all. And she is not grieving at all. If she had an issue with Candy when she was going because of this shit, she would have brought that up last season. Last season. Then for you to say that her parents are like her family don't give a fuck and mad at her, but yet your mama was on here trying to get her attention. Your mama was liked her and all this stuff. And I'm just sitting here like the lies is just really ridiculous at this point. And it is messing up the franchise, okay? It is messing up the season for most people. And it is making us okay? Because at this point it's like what's real and what's fake? What's real and what's fake? I don't like that. This was not a good, and I'm mad at this point that I actually wanted her to get a peach. I wanted her to get a peach. I just did not realize that this was going to be the outcome of it. Like, we're going to go this far to the depths of hell to try to use our family members that are no longer here in an unfortunate situation to make it for a storyline 3 years later. No one knows not that much about Marlo. Okay, for people to keep on saying, oh, we don't know nothing about Candy, or Candy boring, or this person ain't doing nothing, this person ain't doing nothing. Marlo ain't giving nothing. Marlo is just making drama just to make drama so she can keep a peach. She don't give a damn that the people don't give a fuck about that we're tired of that. Okay, it's not organic. And at this point in time, there are no reality shows really that is 100% organic. And I just feel like maybe it's because like we're running reality shows into the ground. They have lost their wow factor. They have lost what made them them. They have lost what made them popular. And I want people to stop saying again, well, bring back this person, bring back that person. It's not going to make it any better. Okay? And the people that y'all want to bring back, they're not worth bringing back. I don't understand the hype about Phaedra. Now, when Phaedra was on Real Housewives, it was cute for the moment, okay? But again, she's one of those people that won't talk on shit either. She's been on other shows, and she has yet to say anything. I remember when she was on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip, she did not give. She did not give. They even asked her what happened to her departing from Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was mute. That was your time to say your side or whatever, and she was mute, okay? But of course, she's about to be on Real Married to Medicine, so there's that. So no, she's not coming back to Real Housewives. I know Kim trying to get a spot, so they say Kim trying to get a spot because Kim needs some money. And at this point in time, girl, what are you giving? What are you giving? Because if she was going to come back to the Real Housewives, you should have been signed a contract, or you should have been trying to get in contact with Andy. And if Andy would have saw fit, had them Bravo executives be like, yo, put her on because, you know, her and Croy about to... I ain't gonna lie. That shit probably would have been funny, okay? And I hate to say it like that. It probably would have been funny a little bit. But then again, will we really care? But I will say this. The only reason why I said that shit was funny because have y'all seen the latest shit with Kim? They said Corey called the police on her because she refused to come out the bathroom when he was up there trying to take a shower. He needed to get into the bathroom to take a shower, and she would not get out that bathroom. So his petty ass called the police. And I think at one point she called the police on him over some petty shit. My whole thing is this, Croy. It ain't no other bathroom in that house that y'all got, or did y'all already get kicked out the house? See? What the fuck? Now that is some petty shit. And truth be told, if I was the police, I would have arrested both of their asses for wasting my time, okay? You gonna call me because she wouldn't get out the goddamn bathroom. Bitch, you probably got 3 other bathrooms up in that house. And you mean to tell me you couldn't take your drawers up in there and go wash your ass up in the other bathrooms? I said, child, petty is as petty does. And mama selling wigs and shit, bitch. Let me tell you something, Kimberly. Okay? The Kimberly, don't nobody want them smoke-filled wigs. Them raggedy ass wigs. We don't want that shit. Okay? Put that shit on eBay and let somebody buy it off that. There you go. Girl, is eBay still a thing? Craigslist it. Okay? God damn it, bitch. Don't Facebook market. There you go. That's how you do it, trying to make you a little bit of change, okay? But girl, no. And then Nene, y'all quit saying Nene, all right? Nene, and even Andy put it up in his book, The Door is Closed, okay? You guys have got to get it into your head, because I don't know How come y'all cannot get this into your head? You cannot call a company that you work for out for racism and all of discrimination and all of these other things, you know? You cannot call them out for that and then sue them and continue to talk negatively about them and think that they're going to let you come back. The only way Nene would ever be able to come back onto Bravo Network is if the whole Bravo board that was overseeing her tenure on the show, when she was on the show, and that was a part of this freaking lawsuit, and Andy were gone and replaced with some new people. That's the only way she probably would have came. But other than that, she's not coming back. So we have to get over that. Now, the only one I can see a possibility of coming back, bring Portia ass back. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Portia a home wrecker. Portia don't give a fuck. Portia trash. But I like Portia. I don't give a fuck. I will tell y'all, Portia is funny to me. Okay? I did not watch the the last Real Housewives Ultimate Girl Trip. I think I watched the first 2 episodes and I never got back to it. I said eventually I would get back to it. Mind you, I watched all the other shows right off the bat. Like, went on ahead and watched them. You know what I'm saying? At their regular times. I really feel like I'm kind of like just need a break from reality shows because it's just like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? I just don't even be in the mood to watch them sometimes because it's all the same shit. And it's all fake. We just gotta be honest. It's all fake. But Marlo, I need you to get your shit together. I need you to get your shit together because, ma'am, you are making the dumbest mistakes, okay? This is the biggest blunder that you're doing. And then they're knocking on Kenya door and all that shit, that blowing up there. You're just making yourself the villain for what? For what? I know sometimes you say it's good to be the villain of the show. We need a villain. We need some drama. We need this. But make it believable. Make it make sense. Mama, you making people dislike you. Okay? And you want to go around being disliked because don't you understand that this can carry on to your outside world, to your real world, because people really do be thinking that this shit is real. And so they think that that's who you really are. You want people to think of you as this vile person, this gutter butt ass person. No, like, come on. I just don't understand it, bitch. You know, I don't get it, y'all. And I'm pretty sure y'all finna say what y'all feel about the season so far. And as a whole, we all have to understand and agree. We can all agree that the Real Housewives of Atlanta just has not been the same for the past few years. Okay? And, you know, it's partly because certain people are gone and it don't have that same camaraderie feel. It don't have that same feel that it had all these years. But also, I don't know if it ran its course yet. You know what I'm saying? If that's what it is. Like, it's running out of gas in the tank. And it's time to start something new. I don't even know if a fresh new cast would even work because you will have people say, let's get a new cast, get a new cast, get a new cast. And then when you get a new cast, y'all don't want to watch it because y'all like, who the fuck are these people? But y'all said get a new cast, you know? And then you'll be comparing and contrasting and saying, oh, well, she want to be this other group. You know, like how it was when Original was on there. And she was trying to be this, and she trying to be her, and she trying to be her. Girl, sometimes you can't win for losing with people. I don't know. I don't know what can be done. Okay, like at this point, a lot of the Bravo shows, honestly, are just trailing off for me. Okay, I'm tired of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Listen, I cannot watch another season if it's gonna be Teresa versus Melissa and them again. I just can't. I just can't. We did that when they first came onto the show. What is it, season 2, season 3? We started it then, and we are in season whatever. What is this, 13 or something like that? I don't fucking know. But baby, they're still doing this Teresa versus Melissa shit. Y'all ain't meant to be cool. Just be cool. Girl, don't say shit to each other. That's just it. Just it. Man, your goddamn business, okay? I am so fucking tired of it. And Teresa, your man is creepy as hell. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that something ain't right about that man. Something ain't right about that man. And you went on ahead and you married him. Vanderpump Rules. Vanderpump Rules only started getting good this season when that whole scandal came out about Tom cheating on Ariana with his lame ass. Let me just talk about that for a second, bitch. Let me talk about that a second. Cause part 2 of the reunion coming on next tomorrow, actually. But Vanderpump Rules, let me just tell y'all. Now see, let me give y'all a little history lesson. And I see this is why it always annoys me when I watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta or the Real Housewives of Potomac, specifically the Real Housewives of Potomac. Now when that fight went down between Monique and Candace or whatever, and when they be arguing and all that stuff, and they be looking like they're about to fight or whatever on Real Housewives or Atlanta or Potomac, y'all be like, oh, that's some bullshit. Y'all not supposed to do that. You supposed to use your words. Why you up here fighting, kick her off the show and all this shit? Why do we do that to our own people like that? Y'all want us to get kicked off the shows for doing some natural shit, because sometimes the natural reaction is to pop a bitch, okay? Sometimes and then y'all get so hot and mighty and act like y'all ain't never ever in your life. Well, some of y'all haven't, but some of y'all have. And the ones that have be the main one like, oh, you shouldn't be putting your hands on nobody, knowing damn well if whatever would have happened to you and somebody that shit would have built up, you probably would have snapped and popped somebody too. Okay, there's that. And that's not saying that I agree with what Monique did, because I really don't, okay? But I'm not mad at the fact that a fight happened. I'm not mad at the fact that a fight happened, because that shit happens, you know? And then for people to be calling for demotions and shit like that, it's just like, oh my goodness. Meanwhile, you go look at these other shows, like you go look at the Real Housewives. Bitch, when Tamara on the Real Housewives of Orange County pushed Gina up into the pool, bitch, girl, what? Did she get demoted? Was the people telling her? I don't know what they were saying, because I don't be on the white side like that, so maybe they was. But she ain't get no consequences. You know, she ain't get dogged out or whatever. Baby, she got back on the show. She ain't get demoted or nothing like that. Her neck didn't get ringed in the mud or whatever. Baby, because most people probably couldn't stand Gina. I couldn't stand Gina ass either. I was here for it. I said, throw that bitch in the pool. And she threw that bitch in the pool. Okay? Girl, what else? Baby, they be fighting on them other shows. All right? They really be fighting. And you want to know what makes them get away? Y'all, maybe because y'all don't watch them. And I'm just put it like that. Y'all probably don't watch them. But, and I be tweeting and stuff, and I be looking at tweets, and I don't be seeing people saying, oh, they need to be demoted, they need to be this and that. And if they do, I just don't see it, okay? Because, I mean, we the first one to call each other out on our own shows or whatever and be like, kick that bitch out because you shouldn't be fighting. Knowing damn well, y'all done had a couple of fights in your lives too, okay? And talk about, son, y'all too old for this. But then y'all be on Twitter talking about, I'll whoop that bitch ass. Like, what? Which one is it? But, bitch, also, listen, them white shows, I'm going to tell y'all got to start watching them. Y'all have got to start watching them, because, listen, the Real Housewives of Orange County was good at the beginning when Vicky and Tamara was on there. Girl, it was a mess. Tamara coming back this season, okay, and the new season about to start. I don't know if it's going to save it, because that has been a little bit lackluster for the past few seasons or whatever. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, oh my God, that shit was gold when Kim was on there, bitch. And I'm talking about Kim Richards, okay? Kyle Richards' sister. That shit, when she had, baby, she was probably one of the few that actually had Lisa Rinna shocked. Let's talk about the husbands. What you say about my husband, bitch? She had her heated, girl. It was gold, okay? Reality TV gold. And you want to know what it was? Because it's, as a black person looking at these rich white folks and looking at the certain drama that they have, and you sitting here like, y'all arguing over a dog shit? Y'all arguing over a bunny? And it be deep. And you just be sitting here like, bitch, I know they not. This some petty shit. But you cannot turn away from it, because you like, now I gotta watch and see how this turn out. Because our asses would have been like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. And that would have been over it. Okay, that just would have been it. And we would have cool the next day. Baby, they dragged that shit out and it'd be so fucking funny. But then there was Vanderpump Rules, okay? And you want to talk about fighting? You want to talk about fighting? Girl, Tom Sandoval is the one that's in trouble now. Now, see, the shit that Tom Sandoval did, he did the same thing. It's like a history. It was a guy on there named Jax. Tom Sandoval was in a relationship when the show first came on, Vanderpump Rules, which is a spinoff with Lisa Vanderpump from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, see, Tom Sandoval used to be with Kristen, okay? Kristen Dolan. That bitch was just, I don't know, something was always off with her. Just like something was always off with Tom Sandoval, okay? And so they was together. Come to find out, you know, Tom and Jack supposed to be really, really good friends. It was Tom Schwartz, Tom Sandoval, and Jax Taylor. They supposed to be like the three amigos, okay? They besties up in this bitch. Girl, come to find out, and mind you, Jax was dating Stassi, okay? That was another girl that's no longer on the show. They got kicked out for doing shit against, you know, being a little racist against, a black girl that was on the show earlier, but that's neither here nor there. They deserve to get kicked off for that, okay? They called the cops on her. They called the cops on her, and I said, bitch, what the fuck? So you trying to say all us look like? You trying to say all us look like they just couldn't stand her because she had fucked Jax too. That's just what it was. But all of them fuck Jax, all right? Mind you, y'all all friends, right? Christian is Tom Sandoval's girlfriend at the time. Baby, and Stassi was one of her good girlfriends, like one of her besties, bitch. And it came out when they fell out, and they fell out because Stassi found out that Christian fucked her boyfriend at the time, Jax. And I said, oh my God, imagine you supposed to be with Tom, okay? Next thing you know, Stassi slapped the dog shit out of Christian, and that shit wasn't edited or nothing. Tom and Jax get up into a fucking fight, blood just everywhere. I said, oh my goodness, bitch, they was throwing hands on there. And did they get demoted or kicked out? Hell no, bitch, we love that shit. No, I ain't got no problem with white people beating each other asses. I'm sorry. Because, you know, they making such a big issue, black on black crime, and y'all up here looking at thugs and all this shit. So when white people start acting up, bitch, let me see that shit so I can call y'all thugs and shit. Look at this white on white crime, okay? It was hilarious to me. Mind you, now Tom, he cheated on, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Tom cheated on Christian. Mind you, they was cheating on each other. And I feel like he started cheating on her because, more out in the open because he found out about Christian fucking around with Jax. So then Ariana come into the picture. She claimed that they just kissed while him and Christian was together. Baby, y'all fucked. You can't tell me no different. But see, she ain't had no real connection to none of them. She wasn't deep with them, okay? So they've been together ever since then for like 8-9 years, almost 10. And then the scandal broke that this motherfucker had cheated on Ariana for the past 7 months or so with her so-called best friends, Raquel. Now, my question is this, for those that watch Vanderpump Rules, okay? This is for the people that watch Vanderpump Rules. Some of y'all probably already clicked off, but some of y'all probably like this or whatever. Y'all need to look into it. It's on Peacock all the seasons. It's really good, okay? If you want some real drama from the white world and some fights and stuff, girl, just look at Vanderpump Rules, okay? It'll keep you entertained. But, my thing of it is, how did Raquel and Ariana all of a sudden become best of friends? Because that's how they kept on saying, best friends, best friend. I said, bitch, did I miss a chapter? Did I miss a chapter? I've been wondering that throughout this whole fucking scandal. How the fuck did they become so close that we calling each other best friends? We letting each other sleep. You letting her sleep up in your house with your man up in there and everything. You okay with that, Sheena? You doing the same thing? I'm like, how did y'all become so close like that? Is it because Lala and them wasn't fucking with her? Bitch, I was just sitting here like, what is going on? How did this happen? But see, this is what's the fucked up part about it. This bitch supposed to be your friend, and you know that that's your friend, and you know the issues that her and her man having, and you talking to her about your issues and all that stuff because you feel like you could confide in her, and the whole time this bitch is fucking your man. Remember when Chloe said on Body Do, have you ever wondered who's fucking your man? I'm like, girl, what? Ariana, did you ever wonder who else was fucking your man? Okay? Your best friend. The way this shit blew up, I said, God damn. You know, I ain't understand why it blew up so bad, but it was entertaining me, okay? All the tea that's dropping. And let me say this. Tom Sandoval looked like a creep. Tom Sandoval looks like a creep, especially with that mustache. He is 40-something years old. That girl is in her late 20s. And he just comes off very predatory. And it's not just because of the age gap, it's just because of the way that he acts, okay? And the way that he portrays himself. He comes off very predatory. I would not be surprised if it came out if him or Tom Schwartz had women in the basement in a deep freezer. Okay, he just comes off like that. He gives serial killer vibes, both of them. They're psychotic. They're I don't know, like sociopaths or whatever. And let me get on Tom Schwartz for a second. Tom Schwartz, you're a weirdo, okay? And I just don't get the appeal about him. I don't understand how Katie and him were together as long as they were. Because one, she's very like dominating or whatever, and that's because he's a weak bitch, okay? And I just can't be with a weak motherfucker, baby. We're gonna have to be on the same playing field, you know? And when I say weak, you can say that, you know, she's overbearing or, you know, she be doing the most sometimes, but I feel like some of the times it's in a reaction to him because he don't never stand up for her. Baby, he will always be up Tom Sandoval's dick, and I just don't understand it. Now, when they got divorced, because I'm just telling y'all, they got divorced for those that don't know. They got divorced, right? And it was amicable at first, and she said the only rule and the only thing that I ask is that you go out and you fuck around and do what you gotta do. Just don't fuck around with anybody in our circles that we're cool with. That means anybody on the show. And what Tom going to do? Kiss Raquel. Knowing damn well Katie don't fuck with that bitch and she's in their circle and you gonna kiss her and now you acting like she don't have a right to be upset about that just because y'all divorced. It's fresh still. And then you gonna fuck with this bitch like, oh my goodness. And Raquel, you literally getting on this show acting like a pass around. You went from James to Tom and to Peter. Bitch, now I'm gonna throw Peter up in there too. Girl, you just being passed around. I just would not want my reputation to be a hoe amongst the friend. Like, everybody can get a chance. That's just what it is, girl. That's just what it is, okay? Let me tell you something. It's good. It's good. Christian Doty. And you want to know what I don't like about this whole situation? The fact that everybody has been talking about it and using it as a way to get attention. And they're so angry and upset when all you hoes cheated. All you hoes are cheaters or mistresses, okay? You have been a side chick once or twice in your life, and you can't tell me Randall was the first bitch that you been a side chick to, that all of a sudden you up to the main chick, and now y'all ain't together no more because he cheated on you. Girl, get the fuck out of here. And she be irritating me because she do too much. Like, she goes so fucking hard, and she acting as if the offense was done to her. Granted, I get it. You just got through going through your shit with Randall and probably still going with it. But she going a little bit too hard. And I just did not like the fact how everybody and their mama was coming out talking about it on their podcast. And it's like y'all making money off of this. And I saw exactly what it's doing. Because Ariana, she coming out with some money too. Mama getting movie roles and everything. I said, that's why some people think the shit is fake. I don't give a fuck if the shit is fake, okay? It was some good entertainment. It caught me back up with Vanderpump Rules. And James, because Raquel was James' ex-girlfriend / fiance who he was going to marry and had proposed to last season, okay? Last season. And Tom Sandoval paid for all the engagement shit, right? Was paying for the wedding and all that shit. And wound up fucking his ex-bitch. I said, ain't that some shit? Tom was about to get his ass whooped at that reunion by James, okay? James called that man, this is how you know this is two different worlds. Because that man called that other man a worm with a mustache and then called him a poo-poo head. You are a grown man calling another grown man a poo-poo head. Bitch, I said that's enough. That is enough for me. Now, I thought I didn't. Oh, it's over there. But y'all get into it, okay? I will say one part of the reunion for Vanderpump Rules reunion that happened last week in part 1, when they was talking to Tom Sandoval about the whole thing, about how he feel. But they was giving him the floor to speak. And before he could say anything, he was like, he tried to act like he was about to start crying. And James said, oh, suck that shit up or stop stop it with your bullshit. Like the shit, it just was so fucking funny. Nigga couldn't even squeeze out a tear yet before James said, shut that shit down, okay? Like, stop it. Cut the shit, all right? That shit was funny to me. But anyway, you know, I have my white TV shows that's my guilty pleasure, okay, that I always watch. But I just don't really talk about it. But 9 out of 10, I done watched it. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about the state of reality shows, especially on Bravo. Y'all getting tired of reality shows too? Bitch, Ashley about to be doing some more scripted shit and some more movie shit and some more personal shit. That's what I feel like I'm about to do. Because yeah, I just haven't been in the mood for reality shows. I just noticed that it's not really giving. It's not. Love and Marriage Huntsville, 9 out of 10, this gonna be my last season because I can't take no more of the same shit. Like, we're at episode 8 and nothing happened this whole season. Nothing happened worth really going in on or re-talking about because nothing happened. It's boring. It is boring. Y'all talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta being boring. Love and Marriage Huntsville is boring as shit. Okay. Love and Marriage DC don't really give like that, but I can tolerate that more than Love and Marriage Huntsville. I might see how Love and Marriage Detroit is. Don't hold your breath about if I'm going to review it. But we shall see, okay? But Love and Marriage Huntsville, that's a chop. After this season is complete, reunion and all, it's a chop. Anyway, but yeah, let's have this discussion down in the comments, okay? I just really, as y'all can tell, I just really wanted to get up here and start talking to y'all because I know some people have been asking me, especially about my previous video, Summer House with the Martha's Vineyard, so and the Vanderpump Rules shit or whatever, but I just felt like talking, and I just like talking to y'all, and I like looking at y'all opinions. So let's go ahead and get this in, and I will see y'all later, bitch. See, that's why I be tired at work, because I be going to bed late. Because why is it after 12 o'clock? I ain't had no reason. I could have did this shit when I came home and still went to bed at a decent hour. But no. Actually don't know what that means. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. I will see y'all tomorrow or later today. Peace.